guys, it's Emma here, and in today's video we are going to be cruising from Banbury to Aynho Wharf and going through a lot of tricky locks. But let's go! So here is our our trip from Banbury to Aynho Wharf. As you can see, it took quite a long time to sort of get there, and plus quite hard locks. It definitely was a trip and a half. My back is in so much pain. Ow, that hurts again. So this is Grant's Lock, and there's this derelict building. It's sort of obviously burnt down, and it looks pretty cool. I took some sort of photos and footage of it. So these paddles are actually really cool because they're on the actual lock gates, so you don't have to walk around and then go and sort of do a paddle or anything. They're just sort of on the gate. So while we were cruising, this damselfly actually rested on our boat, so I managed to sort of get some photos and film of it. I've never gotten a picture of something like this before, so I was actually really sort of happy I managed to get some footage and photos.
I wish I could go in that field.
So we moored up next to this place called the Pig Place. So there's a farm shop, there's a place where you can camp, and there is sort of, they open up sort of this bar area in the evening times where you can go and have a nice drink. And it's overall just a really cool place to sort of visit. Hey, so we're just about to go cruising. We're going to be going through the rest of the 2 locks today. Apparently the first one is complicated, so I'm going to have to sort of focus on that one, and then I think the lock's just right after that, and then we'll probably try and stop. Luckily this cruise won't be as long as yesterday. Yesterday's cruise just took a while, just because we had to wait in a really long queue, and then it took a while to find us mooring. But yeah. So the River Cherwell crosses this stretch of the canal, so when it rains really heavily, it can get flooded. So I actually should have walked up to the lock because there was no place for me to hop off the boat. So we just had to wait for the boat that's in the lock right now to sort of come through, and then I can go in, and then I could just hop off at the edge of the lock. So this is Aynho Weir Lock, and this is actually a sort of a strange shape of forelock. It is diamond shaped. When it was built in 1790, it wasn't actually the shape that it is today. So they changed the shape to sort of the shape that it is now, to compensate for more water, so then when it did flood, it wouldn't be such a big issue. So the lock wasn't actually that deep, so I just wound up the paddles, and then I was going to sort of obviously push the gate open, but it turned out that the clip that you use to keep the paddle from going back down didn't work. It was broken, so it wouldn't hook on. So I had to stay there till the lock was fully emptied, and then I realised that it's a very leaky lock, so it didn't... it filled up the moment I let go of it. So I ended up having to hold this, get my mum off the boat, and then she had to open it. It was definitely a tricky lock to get through, and hopefully the CRT will maybe fix that clasp soon. So we finally arrived at Aynho Wharf. We had actually been here a few years ago, and then so while we were here we topped up on water and diesel, and the reason we actually stopped off at Aynho Wharf a few years ago is because going through this bridge we got our chimney knocked off since it was really low, so we ended up getting a replacement done, and it was really nice sort of revisiting the wharf because it's really nice there. So I just want to say a big thank you to my 4 new patrons. I want to say a big thank you to Chris Atkinson, James, Bob and Roxanne. I want to say a big thank you to them for donating to my Patreon. It means the world to me and I'm really glad you're enjoying my videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I do a video, and comment on my social medias, my Patreon and my Gmail, thenarrowboatgirl@gmail.com, if you've any suggestions for me, and you also do the canal post address if you'd like to send me letters. But yeah, see you later. Bye!